At the end of last year, I saw an article that blew my mind. According to smallbusinesstrends.com, 82% of businesses that fail because of lack of cash flow. Today, I'm going to talk about why we run our Keller Williams offices and our other businesses debt-free. The secret to running our Keller Williams offices debt-free is by applying a strategy I call respecting capital technique. We've also used this technique to build a portfolio of commercial properties that is over 125,000 square feet of office and retail properties. We have built 2, soon to be 3 large Keller Williams offices. We have grown from 0 agents to over 420. We have used it to flip over 200 homes, built a large residential portfolio of rental properties. I have personally coached and seen some very successful businesses, and Keller Williams agents apply the same technique to their business. Our top agents have earned hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm going to go over step by step this technique, so please keep watching. All right, so let's talk about step number 1. You need to build a safety fund of cash before you ever get into business. A way you can do that is take the time and build a pro forma. A pro forma is a projection on how your company is going to perform with income, expenses, and what you're hoping to get for profit. You should grab that monthly expense and save at least 3 to 6 months of your operating expenses in cash. Step 1 solves this problem and sets you and your business up for success. Hey, just for watching this video, we've got a gift for you. Go down to the bottom, and in the description of this video, there is a link to where you can download a pro forma for you to do just this step. Put this in perspective, I take this step so seriously. Our Keller Williams offices, if we took all our expenses from all our locations, we have 16 months worth of capital saved in case of an emergency for our company. What that allows us to do is that when the market shifts really hard, we can literally run Keller Williams for 16 months without having to make a single change in our office. What that means is that inside of Keller Williams, if all of our 420 agents don't sell a single house for 16 months, we can keep our doors open. All right, that brings us to step number 2. Step number 2 is run your company with cash. According to do.com, there are 8 expenses that are hidden expenses in most companies. The number 1 expense that people don't take into consideration is expensive loans. If you have to borrow money for your business, it just sets you up for an extra layer of risk. Do everything you can to start your business with cash and run every month with cash. If the number 1 hidden expense with running your company is expensive loans, why have it in the first place? Step number 2, eliminate any type of debt from your company. Remove the stress of the number 1 thing that knocks businesses out of the game in the first place and build your company with cash. This is exactly how we built Keller Williams. Every dollar we made for the first 3 years was plowed right back into launching new locations, getting better space, investing in to new technologies, more staff members, and we didn't pull any money out of the company for over 3 years. Step number 3, your top line income that you have coming into your business is here today. It doesn't guarantee it's going to be there tomorrow. Your top line income can also be called revenue, gross sales, or in our real estate world, gross commission income, or GCI for short. So I want you to imagine just for one moment your company not having any income coming into your business next month. How does that make you feel? I'd like you to think about that for a second. In the real estate business, the income that we have today doesn't guarantee it's going to be there tomorrow. After thinking about having no money come into your company next month, imagine the fact that you have a large debt payment. Now how do you feel? I want you to just think about for a second how many big retailers have been knocked out of the retail game because of Amazon and because of their shrinking margins, and their top line income is shrinking and their debt is overwhelming, causing them to go into bankruptcy. That's the same for big businesses just as it is for small businesses. And when the debt is too high and the income gets shrunk, just because that top line income was there for years does not mean it's going to be here tomorrow. Step number 4, don't spend too much money. That's a joke, but that's kind of not really. That's exactly what it is. Step number 4, keep your business expenses and your fixed monthly expenses for your company low. According to business2community.com, your two biggest expenses that you're going to have in your business is your rent and staff, any labor costs that you have. Keeping those expenses low is going to help you survive in business. When using the respecting capital technique in step number 4, a lot of times we talk about leading with revenue. And what that means is that we don't build things and then expect the revenue to show up. We build things after the top line revenue has shown up. Lead with revenue and not expenses. Just like when you go to buy your very first home, you're not going to go out and buy a $4 million home. You're going to shop around for a starter home that is affordable in the payments you can make. The same thing with your business. Don't jump into things that are too big and fixed expenses that are too big. Keep it small and scale it up over time, just like we did with our KW offices. So as many of you have heard a lot, you have to spend money to make money. And while true, I'm going to challenge you to think about it a little bit differently. When we spend money to make money, we actually have to spend money, hold it accountable to make money. They always miss that middle piece in there, which leads me into step number 5 and holding your expenses accountable. That's right, when you spend money in your business, you have to hold it accountable to bring you a result. It has to bring income in. 2, 3, 4 times the amount of income you spent on that expense has to come back into your business. We do this step in our flipping business every day. We've used this to help us flip over 200 homes. And what we do is that when we make an investment in a property, we expect 2, 3, 4 times the return on that investment to cycle back through to the business. So when money leaves your business and you make an investment in some type of advertising like on Facebook, and let's say you outflow away from your business $500, you need to get $500, $1,000, $2,000, $4,000 sale out of that ad to hold that money accountable. Step number 6, save 10% of your profit forever. That's right, after saving your 3 to 6 months worth of a safety fund for your business, the next thing you need to do is that every time you make $1,000 in profit, you move $100 to a long-term savings account and you never touch it. This is where your wealth will be built from your businesses. When the real estate market or when whatever business you're in starts to cycle and tough times hit, that's going to be your fortress and your walls around keeping your business safe. For those of you who have read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, this is the very first step in the 5 rules of gold. That brings us to our final step, step number 7, which is giving. The most important step in my opinion, because ultimately respecting capital and respecting your business is to understand what it can produce and who it can help as it's up and running. At Keller Williams and across all our other companies, our investment companies, we give back 10% to move people closer to Christ. We invest in things that will help people have a stronger, more deep, meaning relationship with Christ. In closing, the reason we put so much pressure on ourselves to apply the respecting capital technique in our business, we have over 500 people that partner with Keller Williams and our other companies to build their businesses, and they're putting faith in us that we take incredibly good care of our company. If you found value in this and you think other people will, please hit the like button, share our message, and thank you for watching.